Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the FinTech Hunting Podcast. We have an absolute amazing guest for you today. She is an industry thought leader, a client advocate. She is host of MMI Power Users Series, MMI Monday Minutes. She's a leading networker. And I know I shouldn't say this, but I will. She's one of my favorite people in all of the mortgage industry. We have Kortney from MMI. Kortney, welcome, my friend.
Thank you so much. And I probably shouldn't say the same either, but Michael is definitely one of my faves as well. So thank you for having me.
Great to finally have you on the show. We've done videos together at conferences and everything, but now we get to peel back the onion, do a little bit deeper dive. I recently saw you at IMB in Florida. What were some of your key takeaways from IMB?
Michael, we talked about it when we were there, right? The energy in the room was fantastic. There was a sense of a positive vibe that I just feel like we've lost a little bit in the last year. And I feel like everybody kind of just thought, we're going to kick off 2026 and we're going to be amazing this year. So I think a lot of good stuff is coming around the corner.
I would agree. And I think that just that tone, the optimism, it wasn't doom and gloom. And when we talk about optimism, it doesn't mean that it's just unlimited spending and the checkbooks are open. People are still going to be strategic, but I'm pretty optimistic about 26 as well. So you're great at networking. You do all kinds of things at industry events. We're going to dive into that a little bit later. But for those listeners that don't know MMI and MMI One, tell us a little bit about MMI One and kind of how you guys are changing the industry.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for asking. So MMI, for those of us that really don't know what it stands for, it is Mobility Market Intelligence. And so we pride ourselves on the data that we provide, and we've been doing this since 2008. Kind of one of the originals in the space to start providing this data, but we're providing data, transactional data from the mortgage, the real estate buy side, list side. We're bringing in the title information. We've got all of that. That's right there available. Again, we've got Chat MMI. This is going to help you drive decisions with that data, looking at that transactional data. Are you a lender looking in your space? Are you going to grow in a market? Do you need to know who your competitors would be in that market? Who has more wallet share? Over here, a loan officer, if we're trying to recruit folks, we can really build that perfect avatar, and then we can go after those folks that we want. If we're building our real estate, referral partner network, we can do that. We also have consumer-facing products in there as well with our Pathways Home so that we can show someone their entire book of business. So your retention business, your database is a gold mine of opportunities, right? So whether that is a lender looking at that or an individual loan officer looking at that, the ability to go in and see what they could take advantage of, especially with the hopes of where we're all thinking the market is going to go here in a little bit. So with that, that is the piece of the data. We also have the communication platform. A couple of years ago, we bought into a CRM, kind of plucked the best parts of that out and built the communication platform. And then we recently purchased Monitor Base, which now allows us to have that layer of that credit monitoring on those borrowers. Legislation hitting March 4th, right?
Right.
We are already all set up. We already have the compliance in place. If you're a servicer or you've already, worked with that customer, well, then you've got that opportunity to monitor those folks. Banks, credit unions, again, whether you've done that mortgage or not, right? They're still customers of yours, right? So you still have some of that ability to get in there. So from a compliance standpoint, we've got that all set up. So overall, that's kind of the concept of MMI One. It's one door, it's one unified platform. You don't have to have multiple logins. You don't have to jump back and forth to different screens, but we've got everything right there, all powered from that data and then filtering out into those different aspects.
Well, and I think to me, one of the most powerful aspects is it's not just data, it's useful data that you can take action on.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what has so impressed me in the conversations I've had with you and in looking at the platform. I've been in the industry, let's just say a long time, some decades, we'll leave it at that. And data has always been out there, but most of the time it's not usable. I can't do anything with it. So talk to me a little bit about when you have this data, some of the triggers, some of the things that you can do to really take action on.
Yeah, Absolutely. I mean, so let's take a couple of use case scenarios, right? So first and foremost, let's say that I'm going to recruit in this market. This is a big time. We're going to find the right people, for our team. I could start with going in. I could use our chat MMI. I could really pinpoint, like I said, what is that avatar, that person that I'm really looking for. You can get as granular as you would like to get, in the sense that you might be looking for someone in a very specific county, a very specific market, doing very specific business. You might even want to see, are they doing business with a certain group of people based on, HMDA data that we can pull in? Again, what are you trying to accomplish? What gap are you filling within your organization? Let's say you find that list. Simply have to ask the question. Chat MMI is going to spit that out for you. And now you could push that directly into our communication platform, which could automatically start triggering the outreach. You could connect your CRM if you're using something different and you love your CRM that you're using today. Connect that. That's a part of your tech stack. Go ahead, push that over. Again, whatever journeys, whatever automated communication you have set up in that CRM, use that, start taking action. Again, you can also segment that out based on the right message at the right time. So, that's one scenario. Another scenario is, again, your retention business. You have your past borrowers that you've done loans on. Let's take a look at that credit monitoring that we're doing on those folks. What opportunities do you have to reach out and truly be that mortgage advisor? And again, you can push that information using our communication platform. And again, not having to go anywhere else, or you connect your CRM, whatever CRM of choice you're using, and you're doing that outreach ahead of time so that you are helping those past borrowers. But again, it's all about using the tools and the data to decide what is the best message and when is the best time to do so that you're not just spamming someone, you're not just giving some random message, but rather the data is giving you the path that you need to take forward, right? So again, from a consumer standpoint, is it, a blended rate? Is it a true refi? Is it that they've been looking to maybe do some home renovations, so you can reach out in regards to that. So it really just allows you to focus in and know what you need to take action on.
Oh, fantastic. And you guys are doing a great job. One of the terms you just used is connect. And I think you are one of the most natural connectors in the industry. So talk to me about why it's so important, to make these connections, to network with people live, and how does digital and the relationships you build digitally enhance that?
Yeah, so first and foremost, everyone hears me say all the time, relationships matter. People want to do business with people. Now, AI is there to help us. We all use our Chat GPT, our Copilot, our Gemini, whatever it is that you're using. And there's a certain part of that AI that, we're even seeing come into, making, outbound calls, to start a conversation, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, people still want to do business with people, and connecting with someone, sitting across the room with them, really understanding who that person is. And if you have to do that digitally, if you have to do that with Zoom, you have to do that with another form of, communicating, because you're maybe not in the same area. I'm in Orlando, you're in Michigan, right?
That's right.
So again, you've got to take advantage of what is in front of you, but being able to truly connect with someone, I say this all the time as well. God gave us 2 ears for a reason and 1 mouth for a reason, right? So take a step back, just sit and just listen to what your people have to say.
So very true. And to build upon that, one of the other things that you do that I think is quite magical is you build experiences, not just, hey, stop by our booth and come talk to me. Talk to me a little bit about how you pick and choose and how you develop those experiences, because I think those are so impactful. I've had the pleasure of being able to participate in some of those, and I've had so many great conversations with people and dialogue because of that experience.
Michael, I'm also a firm believer that I don't want to sell somebody, right? When I talk about our product, I talk about our product because I believe in it. I talk about it because I do believe that it's going to help someone. But at the end of the day, again, it is about connecting people. And so the experiences that we put together, the MMI experiences, the Garden of the Gods, we did the Sterling Room in Vegas. By the way, we're doing the Driscoll House in Austin. And
Awesome.
yes, you're invited. It's we want to take and we want to bring other folks from the industry together because all of us, this industry, we all know it. People are bouncing around, they're moving, they're jiving. We see one person with one company, we see another person, then all of a sudden you see them at the same company again, right? So we all know that's how this business works. And I think it's important for us to connect and be partners of one another. I think we should empower one another. I think we can support one another and bringing everyone together in a space that is away from where people think they have to, they have to be selling all the time,
Right.
right? It's, what is it? Glenn Ross, the movie, always be selling, right? I don't think you should always be selling, right? I think that you should take a step back and I think that you should get to know the people that you're constantly around, get to know who they are. I think that's more valuable than talking about your product all day long. And let's take a step back and let's, we were at Garden of the Gods. We saw someone get engaged.
That's
Um,
right. We
we
saw the
saw
deer. There was
fireworks.
deer
We
out there, out by the mountains, the
I
incredible
mean,
sunsets.
we saw, what else? We saw all kinds of stuff, right? And again, when we were at the Sterling Room in Vegas, what
Got
an
to walk the red carpet.
yeah, we had the step and repeat and, brought everybody in on the red carpet. So, it's about having a moment that we can all step away and actually really get to know each other because I truly believe that we all empower each other to be better.
Oh, that is so true about empowering one another. You just did Galentine's. I saw
Yeah.
that in Florida. Again, developing and fostering those relationships by creating memorable experiences. And you are a master of it. Anyone, if you guys want to know how to do these experiences and do them right, Kortney is the person to talk to. She does an incredible job of that. You've got a lot of conferences coming up. Where can people find you? What's the best way they can get a hold of you? How can they see this incredible tool?
Well, for starters, you said conferences. Oh my goodness, I just took a red eye home last night. I've been on the road for the little bit. But we are going to be at Lenders One starting Sunday. So anybody that, might be, hearing this and wanting to connect with us at Lenders One will definitely be there. We've got TMBA, we have Housing Wire, we have, my goodness, we have MBAG, we have Great River. You name it. We're sponsoring and empowering. By the way, the data is powering the awards for the top producers for the Florida MBA
Awesome.
this year. So there's going to be a lot of fun with that. I'm going to do a panel with Roy George and some folks and at Lenders One on Tuesday this week coming up. Doing a panel with Alvin Shaw and Natalie Alexander. So that'll be fun. But yeah, lots of good stuff. And obviously in Austin is when we're going to have our next
Yes.
event. So when will I see you? When's the next one for you?
It will definitely be Austin. I'm heading to ICE. Right after ICE, I'll be at the New Jersey. I'm speaking there on a panel on ICE, a panel on AI. And then in New Jersey, I'm speaking on AI in GEO and AEO and AI visibility. So you're on the road, I'm on the road. We will definitely see each other in Austin for the gathering. And Kortney, if people want to see MMI, see the incredible tools they've built, or if they want to get a hold of you, what's the best way they can do that?
Yeah. So for starters, again, I would love for all of you to connect on LinkedIn. Would love to get to know you. Would love to chat with you. So LinkedIn is certainly a way that you can do that. My email is super easy, y'all. It is Kortney@mmi.io, and that is KORTNEY@mmi.io. Certainly feel free to reach out. I am not sales, so I will not be your salesperson, but I will certainly enjoy having the discovery call with you. We'll get you set up with the right folks, and our sales team will take great care of you.
You guys aren't connected with Kortney, connect with her. You will do yourself a huge favor by doing so. Kortney, I can't thank you enough for being a guest on this episode of the FinTech Hunting Podcast.
Awesome. Thank you so much.